Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading. This is a timeless collective reading for anyone with major Leo placements, or if you were just intuitively guided here, I'm sure there's a message for you as well. So, per usual, I've been sitting with your energy for a little while. I have a number of channeled messages here that have already come through. If you see me looking down, I'm just referencing my notes. Let's go through all of this first, and then we'll pull cards together. So, as soon as I connected with you, I got a vision of a king or a queen sitting on their throne. The image kind of vacillated back and forth between a feminine and masculine face. So it could have been a king or a queen, didn't seem to matter. And they were seated in their throne, leaning back in their power, totally confident and calm. And what struck me the very most immediately was that they were not speaking. They were not speaking. The expression of their power was them choosing to not speak. And I heard the word wait, W-A-I-T, wait. And I wrote that in all caps and I circled it here. So I asked Spirit, wait for what? And I heard wait to speak. So your energy is kind of holding back in a way. You are waiting, but it's not because you're afraid. It's because you're watching something unfold itself. And you are at peace with your own power. In this particular moment in time that you're in the situation that you're facing, the expression of your power looks like holding back. It looks like watching. It looks like not exerting any energy. So I kept on getting the King of Swords, even though the initial image that I got was a king or a queen of some kind. The deeper I went into this message, the more I kept getting King of Swords energy. And the King of Swords is incredibly observant. Very observant, very level-headed, very analytical, non-emotional. I feel that's you. And I was also getting the color gray. Gray is, of course, black and white combined. And to me, this is a symbol of your ability to hold duality right now. You're holding multiple energies at once, or you're holding polar energies at once through your ability to just watch. You are the divine or sacred observer in a particular situation right now. And your peace with your own power is what is bringing harmony or balance to a situation. This is what I wrote. This is exactly what I have here. A situation is passing by that you may have gotten entangled in or caught up in before in the past. But now you're holding back and staying silent, just watching it unfold because you're at peace with your power. And so much of your power is what you say. It's literally your voice. Speaking is power. Words are power. You are acutely aware of that. Okay? You know your power is best used intentionally, thoughtfully, wisely, and in places or situations or moments where it will be used well, not leaked or wasted. Okay? You're not going to leak your power anymore. You're not going to get caught up in this. And whatever it is that's passing you by, it was showing up to me as a train. It's like you were standing on the station watching the train blow by at full speed. It was a steam train in my mind. So the steam was like billowing at an angle backward because the train was just going like 900 miles an hour. So it's kind of chaotic, this situation that you're facing, that you're choosing to not get caught up in now, that you may have in the past. It's kind of chaotic or tumultuous. I'm hearing lots of moving parts, uncertainty. So It could be a number of things. It could be a person or people outside of you, maybe a family dynamic, a work situation. It could be, it could even be somebody close to you that's moving through a period of uncertainty. And so that, of course, it would be very enticing to kind of merge with their energy, because in the past, what felt like caring was either mirroring those you love or in training with their energy, getting caught up in whatever they're getting caught up in. That seemed like love. But now that you're rooted in your own power and self-love, you see so clearly how the most loving thing to do for them is to hold your ground in yourself, right? So it could be that, something outside of you. Or the situation, it could be another aspect of yourself. So maybe, hypothetically, there is this part of you that is the King of Swords, totally level-headed. Maybe your adult self watching part of your inner child freak out. So maybe this is just an example. Maybe there's a part of you that is totally triggered or emotionally in flux, scared, angry. There's some kind of emotional charge around whatever it is, but you have that kind of meta awareness to be able to say, you know what? I'm gonna wait this out. I'm not gonna try to push myself to make a big decision or take action or move forward on something. I'm not going to force anything until my emotions run themselves out and I'm in a more level place, or this aspect of me is in a more level place. So that's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. It's a sign of immense self-awareness. So whether it's external or internal, take it how it resonates, maybe both. But the majority of you, I'm hearing the majority of you is rotating around this King of Swords energy. Oh, that's so interesting. Rotating around. Well, it's almost like a solar system. This is really cool. Okay, this is just coming through right now. It's almost like if you're a solar system, you know how we're all made of a variety of different parts. We're all a conglomeration of parts together. And the aspect of you that is taking center stage or outwardly expressing at any point, you could say, is the sun. That's your ruling celestial body, right? It's the center point, the sun. So it's almost like your inner King of Swords is the sun right now. And all these other parts of you are rotating around the King of Swords. So your King of Swords is taking center stage, even though there are other parts of you that may not be so level-headed. Okay, and then last but not least, second to last, I heard this and I just love it so much. I want it like on a poster or painted on my wall or something so I can see it all the time. I heard your unspoken words radiate off of you and command respect. What you choose to not say is just as important as what you choose to say. And you know this now, or you're coming to know this on a deeper level. This truth is being highlighted for you. 844 on the timer. This truth is being highlighted for you right now. And then last, it's very interesting to me that today is the day I'm reading for you, and it's the day that I finished writing in one of my now old journals. If you follow me on Instagram, I made a story about it. I write in a journal every single day. And I just finished one that I started at the end of July now, and it's October 9th. So I just started this new journal, which I have your notes in, and it's red. Usually I collage on my journals, but I haven't done that yet. I don't know if I'm going to with this, but it just seems significant that I'm finishing one, starting another, and I'm doing your reading. It's part of the message. It's part of your energy. You're not just turning the page. You're not just starting a new chapter. You're starting a whole new book, a whole new book of your life. I mean, this is beyond you jumping timelines or shifting. This is like the mark the mark of the beginning of a new story altogether unfolding in your life. And it's red. Something about the color red. Even though I was getting the color gray for you. Gray and red together actually feels really powerful. Okay, before I keep going on, let's move into the cards. This is the Holler Moon Mountain Oracle deck. We're going to get the theme of your reading with some of these cards, and then we'll move into tarot. What is the theme of this reading for Leo? What is the theme of this reading for Leo, please, Spirit? Melancholy. Oh. And visit at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Let me sit with this for a second. Well, I do feel, as I'm tuning in here, I do feel like the melancholy card is part of your energy. This is interesting. This feels a little bit different and yet related to what I was channeling. Maybe you are feeling a little bit down, but it's peaceful. Maybe you're feeling a peaceful kind of melancholy. That's totally possible. Clarify this melancholy card. Cardinals are red. Clarify melancholy. Choices. I was just going to say this, what I'm picking up here is almost, I'm looking at a turning point that you just moved through. Choices. This is interesting. It's almost like this is in your immediate past, but maybe this is just, you know, reading for a collective 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer means that each and every one of you could be on a slightly different point in the timeline that I'm picking up here, in the story that I'm picking up here. This feels like a turning point or a choice point that many of you are moving through as we speak. Okay. This is like the turning point where right before you tip into fully anchoring into the King of Swords energy. So in the recent past, or maybe some of you are in this energy, you were feeling down, you were feeling low, maybe you were feeling upset by something, by something. And you could have let it take you over. But what is this visit? What kind of energy visited you that helped you to make a new decision and start a whole new story rather than repeating the old story? Maybe it's this reading. Maybe I'm the cardinal. I don't know. But it feels more etheric than that. Maybe you received some kind of a message from a spirit guide or an ancestor. Cardinals, I feel, often represent ancestors. Clarify the visit card. So this is your ability to choose to not get entangled in this, to not speak when you might. Your ability to recognize that speaking in this situation or getting involved in this, not waiting, it's a very conscious choice. It's a very conscious choice that you're making. Clarify visit. Illusion. Whoa. This is interesting. What did you see? Or what did you see through? I feel like you saw through something. Maybe you saw through your own energy in a way, or you saw through your own emotions. You saw through somebody else's situation, or even a pattern that was playing out. This illusion kind of energy, I feel, is what you could have gotten caught up in. But something like tipped you off with this visit card. Closed and movement. One of the choices that you've made is to not go through a certain door you would have before, to instead keep your energy free flowing. Is this making sense? This is like this is a little interesting. Not exactly what I was expecting, but it kind of feels right. 1616. Let's go into tarot and get a little bit more clarity here. Show me Leo's general energy. Show me Leo. It feels almost like something stopped you in your tracks and allowed you to see the truth of a situation, King of Swords, and therefore make a new choice to wait. Show me Leo. Five of Pentacles. Four of Cups. There's holding back, waiting. Yeah, choosing to not get, okay. Yep, so, okay, interesting. The Five of Pentacles and the Melancholy card, I feel, go together quite well, because the Five of Pentacles is this feeling of lack, you know, not being enough, or not having enough. And you, here in this Four of Cups, see it for what it is, and you're saying, no thanks. Yep, I could get entangled in this. I could get involved in this. I could try to fix it, or it's almost like, you know, your cells start vibrating on the same frequency as it, and then you're in it, and then you're in the illusion, but you're not doing that. So there's a certain connection that you're not breaking between your conscious awareness and your own inner energy, like your own inner reality, your truth, the truth of your energy, while watching. I mean, even look at the rat. I think it's a rat or a mouse in this card, looking right at it. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I see this for what it is, and I don't want anything to do with it. No, thank you. No, thank you. But the energy of watching is also a kind of holding space. You're not ignoring it or turning away from it. Again, like I got in my notes here, you're watching it unfold itself. In a way, I mean, that is the most helpful thing you could do, not only for yourself, but for this other person or aspect of yourself. What is the challenge that Leo's facing? The World. Finishing up one journal and starting another. Starting a new story. Eight of Cups. Yeah. This Five of Pentacles, old story. It's an emotionally draining pattern that you don't want to identify with anymore. You're choosing to not identify with it anymore, internally first. And that has no choice but to ripple outward into your relationships as well. So your challenge here is to wrap up the pattern once and for all, to trust through the visit card, maybe the spiritual signs that you're getting through this reading or other guides, messages, maybe feathers, birds, ancestors, I'm not sure. To trust the spiritual guidance you're receiving. Your own inner knowing, for sure. That this story of heaviness and lack, it's not one you have to play out anymore. Why is this the challenge? It's just not your story. But it has to be a choice. It has to be a choice. That's your power. Your power to make a conscious choice, not to just have something happen to you, but to make it happen through choice. Why is this the challenge? Eight of Pentacles. We have another spider web. Look at that. Okay, so spider energy is coming through for you for sure. It's time to weave a new story. Well, it's like being caught in a web. This story feels like being caught in a web, and it's one that you've replayed over and over and over again within yourself or in relationships. Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You're entangled. Talk about entangled in this web. We have the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles here. That's 8 twice. 8 is the Strength card. There's some kind of fear that you're going to have to face. But I feel like you're in King of Swords energy, or you have the capacity to tap into your King of Swords. I mean, you're showing up here as the Four of Cups saying no to a story of lack and heaviness. So you're already kind of doing it. I feel you're doing what you need to do, or you're going to now. But it is hard to detangle yourself from the pattern, because by definition, a pattern means it's happened so many times. It's almost like, you think a thought so many times it becomes a belief. It's creating a neural pathway in your mind. It's easier to just do what you've always done because it's that knee-jerk reaction. It's the knee-jerk reaction to take on other people's emotions, or to mirror them, or to immediately, dive headfirst into somebody else's tumultuous situation with them, or to let your emotions get the best of you, and make an emotionally impulsive decision rather than a more even one, right? So it's like closing that old book to start a new one. It's gonna take a little bit of effort. I think it is taking effort, because you have to very intentionally choose. You're at this like crossroads moment. I could go down the same neural pathway I've always done, and it would be so easy to just keep flowing in that direction, because the pathway is like a trench at this point. It's so deep. Or I could put the brakes on that runaway train and start to carve a new path, right? It takes effort. What's the advice? What's the advice for Leo? Nine of Cups. This is emotional management. Daughter of Wands, Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Oh, I love this. Ooh. I actually want to pull an oracle card to clarify this advice. It's like Spirit is saying, through your ability to wisely manage your emotions in this moment and almost flip the script on that melancholy, you have everything you need right here and right now to start walking a new path, to literally start forming maybe a new neural pathway in your mind. But you are being called. You know, Wands energy is spiritual inspiration. It's taking me back to the visit card again. You're being spiritually guided to start walking in a new direction emotionally. Rise. And there's the sun. Home. Oh. And look at underneath of home. View. Oh, I thought it said visit. But view. Apparently you need to see that too. Rise, home, view. This is that energy again of being at peace with your own power. You know, the Knight of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's saying you already have everything you want. Do you see that? Do you see? Do you have the ability to focus on how everything you want is already here? Can you hold what you want as normal, right? That takes emotional intelligence. I feel like this Rise card is saying rise up and out of that Five of Pentacles. Rise up and out of the melancholy. Rise up and out of this web. Rising up and out of it is the same thing as coming home to yourself. And you do that by cultivating very consciously a new perspective, a new view, a new lens. Let's get some journal prompts from my journal prompt deck. This energy of home is also reflecting to me the energy of waiting and maybe not speaking in a sense. It's like you don't need to, all of this is making me feel like, you know, you don't need to make anything happen. You really don't need to make anything happen here. The less you try, the more of an impact you have in this situation. The only thing you really need to focus on here is the new story you'd like to tell yourself instead. And yes, it does take practice and emotional management, but that's not, that kind of inspired practice is not really the same as trying in a burdened way. What do you want to start making time for? Speaking of new beginnings, that's beautiful. What do you want to be recognized for and why? And one more. Are any aspects of your life unsustainable? Ooh, okay, wait, one just fell out apparently. Do you really need to find yourself, or do you just need to choose yourself? I love that. So answer these prompts for yourself, see where they take you. They will be listed in the description box below. Let's get a closing message from the Earth and Bone Oracle. Closing message for Leo. Number 22, Enchanter, self-evaluation, awakening and purpose. All right, let's see what the guidebook says. Number 22. Okay. You are here to teach the art of authenticity, but first must find and follow it for yourself. Give others a reason to be true to themselves. That's also bringing me back to the energy of the sun. You know, the sun is associated with your solar plexus, which is your sense of self, your powerhouse. We have it in the Rise card here, and it came through in the analogy earlier. You are learning to love unconditionally. You do this by accepting everyone's faults. No one is perfect. No one is better than anyone else. No one is more important than anyone else. No one's ideas or opinions are better or more right. By learning how to completely love yourself, others will follow suit. You are in your learning phase. You are removing fears and obstacles. This is what you will share with others and teach them about their own lives and what is on the other side. You have so much love to give. Give it freely. Your purpose is to explore every multifaceted channel of your existence and learn everything you can possibly learn before returning home. A home card. Help raise awareness and bring healing to so many people who are saddened, melancholy, because they are experiencing exactly what you are, suppression and fear to be true to themselves. All you will have to do is share your story, and it will change lives. In the meantime, learn as much as you can and experience exactly what you want. Do what you love, and it will lead you where you need to go. Spirit and the universe will always have your back. You will always have enough. The opposite of the Five of Pentacles. Do not act out of fear. Let go and trust that your path is designed for so much abundance. Trust it. Follow it. Affirmation. I embrace who I am meant to be. I am in alignment with my truth and authenticity, and I am grateful. 9 of Cups. Okay, Leo, I hope this was helpful or at least thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you. Again, the journal prompts and all my links will be in the description box. I'll see you again soon. Bye.